Hey salty noobs and dudes with tudes, it's episode 1 of Meat Locker's LamePlay. Here we have the standard B for the substandard player, which is definitely me. Again, I play on the NA server from Europe exclusively. And yeah, so I have 130 milliseconds delay usually. And here's one of the first things I'm going to recommend. Look at the team list, and here you can see, stranger danger. I don't know anyone on this team. So, something to look out for. Look for the good players and the known noobs. So we're on Dynasty Hurl, or whatever you want to call it, probably the worst map or my least favorite in the whole game. War Maiming, you want to make some money? Give you $20 to never see this thing again. Really not dynamic, not that interesting. The whole map does get played, but it's because it's claustrophobic and tiny. I wanted to go to the park, and when I see that cruel twist bailing out, I kind of stop and think, better go with the team. So as a mediocre player, definitely no YOLO. See where everyone's going, throw out a joke, and continue. Basically, I think town is a bad call here, given the team list, but fine. And Cruel Twist is finding out it's a bad call, loses half his hit points in about 30 seconds. Although he does come in handy later, so he's smartly getting out of there, and I'm avoiding him. And I realize there's a cluster of tanks. The chance of, especially looking at the light tank there, the chance of them all being out here in the park is pretty low. So I'm going to get the rear, and I signal rear a couple of times. And the Cruel Twist does follow me eventually. You can see he's on his way through the park. He figures it out. Oh yeah, let's get the rear of these guys. So you're always looking to set up crossfires. Important. Set up crossfires. Little 11 for him. No second shot. And I can see they're pushing, so what I'm going to do is relocate and actually use the Cruel Twist as armor. Get behind him so he gets hit first, not me. Let the noobs bleed the hit points. Nice shot in the ground. Have a PCR loaded. Could have used HD on the Borsig, but I didn't want it to hit anything, and I knew teammates were also shooting at him, so his hit points were going to go fast. So this tank doesn't have a ton of armor. You do get good bounces. It's got a tiny turret. It makes it hard to hit when you're hiding. And having these auto reloaders is just OP. And I think it's getting nerfed even today. By the time this video gets posted, that there'll be a new update. Really, if you just dump a clip into somebody, you're eating away a half to 3/4 of their hit points in general. Except for super heavies. So, it always is good to keep reloading, or try to be loaded before you approach tanks. And I do this in the Lorraine as well. Just always want to have the clip reloaded, but we'll see better examples of that later. But the Pantera Tier 8 is one of my favorite tanks. This tank feels a little more sluggish in acceleration, but is excellent. It's just APCR is your main ammo, and then heat, you're just penetrating people in most cases. And you can see I actually pulled behind the building to let the heavies take the hit point abuse. Because, yeah, again, I'm down to like a third of my HP or less, or a quarter of it. So I want other people to take that damage, and I can sneak them in when the tortoise is distracted. So, au revoir for him. So not like a super carrying game, but you can see nonetheless 4 kills and 3rd class, so not bad, not bad. I'll point this out frequently, is that you can see the damage there with the bullet. You should always try to get 150 to 200 percent of your own hit point pool and damage on the enemy team. That's how you know you're working well for the team. So you're getting 100 just squeaking by. You're probably just barely able to fit in that tier and contribute. If you're getting 50%, you should really work at lower tiers. Onward to Mines. I prefer this map to Dynasty Hurl. It's more dynamic. There's more stuff you can do. Not as static and boring, claustrophobic, although small. And Stranger Danger, looking at the list, I see nobody on either side who I know except my platoon mate, the Le Wolf. And he and I gel quite well together, and I think as a mediocre player, it's important to find someone with whom you can work well and understands your calls and intent. So he and I get along well. And I can see everybody is going to go to Hill, or to the entrance, and that's not for me in this case because I won't have a full clip loaded, and it'll be very congested with players, and it's just too much congestion up there to get in or to operate, or probably get rammed by noobs and blocked, so screw that. You can go here and get shots. Look at this one. RNG. Really nasty ghost shot. That should have hit.
Very good. Okay.
And I got to reload here, and you'll notice that with the standard B, as with all these reloaders and autoloaders, once you've gone down to your last shell, it is painfully slow. The DPM drops. And some people might call this camping, but it's actually helping the team because it's keeping these T49s and the other standard B back. So they can't really get good shots on the team so much. You see, if I had had a full clip, this guy would be gone by now. Let's say c'est la vie. Doing some work. I'm reloading, keeping out of sight. Sometimes you can get spotted there, so careful. So I can spot them, holds them, and waiting for the game to unfold a little bit. I mean, it's not really camping. Sometimes you have to see what's going on, observe your teammates and whatnot. I'm trying to get them hold position. Stop moving in front of the mouth of the hill because you want to exercise patience sometimes. In this case, let the T49s be less patient and then you can hit them, but my team's not very patient. Which is why they keep getting smashed. Like, hey, soft tank, roll out in front of T49s. Not a good idea. Now, again, here comes a congestion. Even my own platoon mate, unfortunately, blocks this shot, which, hey, that happens. He doesn't know where I am. But they do some work. And, oops, speaking of things unfolding, go for the track wheel. Don't get it, which is a shame. Get it there, and our helpful RHM moves in. I'm going to take a shot here, but c'est la vie. Heat even bounces off the front of this thing. Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So that seals the deal. RHM super helpful there. And we're looking pretty good. 2 left. 4v2, but it won't stay that way. Then this guy, a little bit salty. CPU damaged. Full clip reloaded. Ready for action. I'm going to take this shot up here because I'm almost full HP. And I think it's a good trade. There's only 2 guys left. I'm looking healthy. I already got the drop on me. Cool. Not unexpected. And this is why these Italian auto reloaders are getting nerfed. Look at this. This guy has no chance. I mean, just... I even have 1 more shell for this guy. It's just way too overpowered. And the 704, I'm actually going to reload and let my team bleed some HP here because I have to be responsible and try to win this game. I'm going to wait for an opportunity. So I'm reloaded. Have to get through the mess up here. A lot of dead tanks. Gets in the way. And I know he's fired. Coming up. So I can do whatever I want. That's why I drop in front of his gun. I don't care. He's not going to get me. Nice roll. There's some more for you. And I hug tight so that there's no way you can hit me. Just hug the wall. And I just look back, yeah, he has no angle on me. And that's cool. I'm going to keep it that way. And then play a little trick, because I know with the other guy is going to move in. I can see him on there. He's going to get his attention, so I just do this. Knowing he's going to look that way.
Ooh, yeah.
CPU damage is all about lucky. And me, I'm all about skills, brother. So that's how to effectively use that auto reload mechanism. Third class, not the best, but 3k damage. Top damage. Not bad for an 80% crew. All three of these videos are done with an 80 to 84% crew. Here we are in Mayan Ruins. This is a 6-kill match. 84% crew, I believe, which is where I stand with this tank currently. Stranger danger again. I recognize absolutely nobody except Inca Panzer on the T49 on the other side, on the other team. He's a good player I've platooned with in the past.
I'm your friend.
Let's kick this off, and wary that I can't trust anybody. I used to always go to the middle and spot, but again, as no one can be trusted these days, you can light everybody up and spot everyone, and your team just will not react. So I'm not willing to risk that anymore. People are kind of wise to that. And with Inca Panzer, he could just roll up and sap half my HP. So, no thanks. And Salty McFuckface, he whines throughout this match, so you'll see him. T34, where you going, dude? And go to a spot up here instead. Not this rock, which I do ram, because I'm typing. Slows me down, which is dumb. You should be going the heavy route up here, and I like to go to this bush, and you'll see I pre-aim the turret off to the right. I usually do it more in advance, but not this time. Behind this bush so I can get a shot off on any approaching heavies or anybody, and spot for the team who's coming, because I'm faster. No one there. Dump one into the bush in case there is a TD, free damage, and I actually alert the team. Hey, no one here. As a courtesy. And of course, Salty McFuckface, he's, oh look, blah blah. Anyway. I see Mauschen is isolated himself. He's with nobody. Mauschen means little mouse auf Deutsch, kleiner Maus boy. So he needs to get some punishment, and you can't trust anyone anymore in the game. Just too many noobs who don't know what they're doing. And the selfishness in this game is really something I have issue with, and I'm going to put a video together about that, how people are just playing way beyond their skill level, and they don't care. They just don't care how it affects the gameplay. It's ruining gameplay, not just win rate, but gameplay. Bringing it down. So I let those guys move in, so I'm sure that's where they're going. I see this guy, WG. Hey. Tried to track him. Get a bounce off him. And I thought, okay, he sees me. He's definitely dropping down. I'm either going to go to the left and approach him. And let's take a peek. Did he go down? And I think he must have bailed out. But no, he did a mistake here. He actually pushed forward. And in a turretless TD, he's just given up his rear to me with a full clip. Bad. Doesn't quite work out that way, but I wanted to have done this. So I aim for the weak spot here on the Mauschen. Have opportunity to save a shot for my teammate, and still aim for the weak spot, because I don't want him to angle and then throw off or bounce my shot. So I just keep aiming for the weak spots if you can. I want to reload the clip, assess what's going on. We're one man down here, and I know they're all by the cap circle. There they are. Look at the map. Get that clip loaded. Alright. No shots here, and too risky. Can't really be productive there. Too many guns looking there, too. Salty McFuckface. Doing a very good job at producing some tears. I'm getting a jar of Vagisil sent to him. Now this guy I want to clear out too. I have more HP than him. I wanted to ram him, take as much of him out as possible. Inca gets a shot into me.
Yeah.
Which is not what I wanted, but T44 cleared. Probably bled too many hit points there. I think it would have been fine if Inca and the 249 hadn't blasted me. Tiger 2, what are you doing, dude? Why are you rolled out? Yeah, it just makes no sense to me. But he gives sage advice from here on out, which is really helpful to have somebody who just gets wrecked just tell us what's going on. Alright, Inca, I can see, needs to go. Good player, and he's a one-shot, 2 HP. He's just fired, so I'm safe. I'm just going to remove him. Ciao, buddy.
Yeah.
Send your turret back to the family. Alright. This is just bad. Firing heat, no damage. Ah, catch the barrel and or mantlet. No damage, no module damage, nothing. Alright. Regroup, reload. Try not to be so hasty. Mediocrity at play. Now, this, I know I'm faster than him, and I have a better chance of shooting upwards than he has downwards, even though he has good gun depression. So if I stay close to this ridge and bait him out, I can probably get a shot in or two. So there he is. I know what angle he's going to take. And I know he's slower, so if I get him to overextend, I can instantly back up. Take him out.
That was a good one. Yeah, I beat you on that one, man.
Switch to HE because it's WT time. Not sure where he is. Teammate did signal he's off in the northwest corner, and I do see him now. I don't want to take the shot because I can't rely on my teammates here. I've obviously done a lot of the heavy lifting. I want to encourage a teammate, go, go, go. So once the WT fires, the game's over. So I want him to take the shot or to do something. If he takes the round, I can wipe this guy out, no problem. At least 2 shots in him before he reloads. And I see he's backing up. So as always, you want to create crossfire, multiple angles of attack. And I know he's backing up. He can only look one way. So see you later, dude. HE shell.
Oh, yeah!
And that's a wrap. So yeah, 6 kill, pools medal. And you want to look again to do 150 to 200% of your own HP and damage. Getting these ribbons, get epic or legendary. If you're only doing 50%, you're definitely at the wrong tier. And so yeah, nice 6 kill, 3K. Inca doing the work, 58K games, dude. Yeah. This guy, good damage scores, not great success at win rate. I don't know what he's doing wrong there. And this guy probably should just not be at tier 8. I mean, 663 average damage. You can't do anything with that, really. It's 1 or 2 shots at this level. So, hey, there we go. 80 to 84% crew. And me, mediocre player here, working my hardest. Hopefully there's something to learn there for the non-unicum. This is Meat Locker's LamePlay. We did the standard B. And let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see. Or mediocre strategy and pointer and tips. And until then, keep it salty, kids. Bye.